and welcome to another edition of King Crush Thursdays, a series where we highlight and uplift Black men, because frankly, not too many people are doing it. My name is Val Gay, and I'm super excited to bring this brother to you here today. He is a skilled multimedia creative who specializes in videography and photography. I've seen his work up close and personal, and I'm super excited to talk to him today. His name is Daniel Jackson. Hi, Daniel.
Hey Val, thank you for having me on your platform. I'm honored to be on here. Really love what you're doing and everything that you stand for. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Daniel. I'm so grateful that you're here. And as you know, we are on a mission to create a repository of 6 questions on our way to 100 answers by 100 different Black men, with the goal of inspiring young kings and everybody else. One day, hopefully there'll be a young king who may or may not have positive Black male role models in his life. He can come and see this repository of the same 6 questions, answered 100 different ways, and hopefully find guidance. And then for the rest of us who are neither male or even Black, for us to get an insight into this enigmatic group, Black manhood. Black men who are often seen in very myopic ways, but we know that you span everything. So I'm just so glad that you are part of this conversation. And I'm gonna get started with the first question, which is, what does manhood mean to you?
So, thinking about this, what manhood means to me, and I look at manhood different than masculinity, the term masculinity. Manhood, I feel like, let me see, how can I articulate this? I feel like manhood is definitely looking out for your fellow person, male or female. Growing up, my father wasn't around for a large part of my life, but I was blessed to, along my journey, encounter a lot of great mentors and people who guided like a lot of my steps along the way. And I think I take that as almost like a manhood approach that they took with me. It wasn't like so much showing me everything that I'm doing right and never correcting anything, but if something was wrong, advising me not to do something a certain way or an approach, even just mentally and in certain situations. And this goes all the way from just my friend circle to people who mentored me in my career that I had prior to doing video and photography, to the people who I met during that. And then even now, even at 42-year-old at my big old age, even with the people who are mentoring me now, like in a business sense. And I see manhood as that, seeing something in someone and helping to make it grow, and not just sitting by and letting people, you can see them make their mistakes and help them correct it instead of just seeing someone make mistakes and not ever saying anything like that. A lot of it's doing the right thing by people, treating people how you would want to treat yourself, or have people treat the people you care about, and reciprocating that to the people who you meet. I feel like for me, that's manhood for me. It's not so much like a bravado thing, like how it probably would have been answered by me as a teen or early 20s. It's not a bravado thing. It's not a materialistic thing. It's not even one thing I had to get over recently, like maybe like 10 years ago. It's not even a status of where you are in life type thing, where by this age, you should have this, you should have that, you should have this, you should have that. I had to stop looking at manhood in that aspect, because then you just start playing the comparison game and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And thank you for that. I appreciate that. So Daniel, and or what is important to you?
Family is definitely important to me. And I say that as I'm making a more conscious effort to be there for my family and make myself less busy to be able to support my family more, especially as, you know, my mother gets older and everybody in my family is getting older and new phases in their life. So trying to be more of a support system to them, that's important. Relationship is important. Relationship with my friends is important. And I think my work is important also. I feel when I first started getting into this work that I'm doing now, the one thing I never anticipated at all was just the amount of important pieces of culture I'm documenting in the work that I do. And there's a responsibility that comes with that. Like from working with the African American Museum and photographing like the artwork in very fine detail, and even just with the work that I do at Black Star and photographing the people who attend there and seeing them progressing their careers along the way, like all that's just like history and culture being documented. And I feel that that's definitely important, making sure that I hold and preserve that and don't let it just sit in the hard drive, but definitely want to make sure that I take good care of it and treat it with respect that it deserves.
That's great. I get that. That's great. Awesome. Thank you. So Daniel, how do you want us to see you?
I say just see me as someone who doesn't try to get discouraged. It happens. Tries not to get discouraged. Tries to be there for people. Tries to help out when he can. Tries to be a good support system for people. Is a person who necessarily doesn't quit, or if he does quit and leaves the situation, it's for the best. Just that. I try to be a good example to follow in different areas of my life, and try to be supportive to anyone who I feel either needs it, not knowing it, or ask, and try to have that approach with everything.
I get that. Excellent. So, Daniel, what is your epic dream?
I have two. One definitely involves my business and getting that to a point where I know where I want it to go. And that involves me not working it 24/7 and having to do it all the time for it to stay where it is, or to grow and progress. My other dream, bucket list type dream that I have, I grew up, love wildlife, love animals and everything like that. One thing I loved growing up was aquatic life, and had like a huge Jacques Cousteau book of the ocean and all types of stuff like that. And one of my bucket list dreams is to swim in the Great Barrier Reef before, mankind destroys it. I definitely want to do that. There's some places that I definitely want to go, but Australia, as crazy as it is with all the crazy wildlife there, that's one of my bucket list places to go, and definitely swimming in the Great Barrier Reef. That's one of my dream places.
Wow.
Like immediately comes right to mind.
That's a big dream. That's awesome.
Before the clock runs out, because I see every now and then how the conditions of it are getting a little worse.
Right. I get that. Awesome. So, question 5 is, Daniel Jackson, who are you?
Who am I? I am a Philly-born, very proud. Don't live in Philly right now, but very proud, Philadelphia-born creative. I take Philly with me wherever I go. creative person that just tries to make every situation or every person that he knows just wants to bring some type of quality to their life in whatever way. I contact them or come in contact with them or with whatever medium we meet or anything like that. Like I am a person who tries to bring value to every relationship and friendship and everything and everything that I do.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. Excellent. Well, here we are already at question 6, which is there anything I should have asked you that I didn't ask you, or you wanted me to ask you that I didn't? In other words, what did I miss?
I'll say one thing that I think is kind of important. And this is just for future viewing audience, especially. What I'm doing now in life was not what I ever thought I'll be doing in life from a teenager to going to college to out of college to now. A lot of people have a fear of trying something new in life once they reach a certain age, whether it be responsibility wise, whether it be just the opinions of others. And I'd say don't let that stop you. Even with the setbacks that may happen, especially if it's something that you didn't go to school for, or if it's something that you're learning on your own. I didn't go to business school. And I'll say the first 2 to 3 years of owning my own business were definitely some of the roughest I've ever had in my adult life. But I never wanted to quit because there was always a moment within that was like a high moment, a high peak. And you know that the mistakes that you made, what it teaches you is a smarter way to deal with everything. So you got to go with the bumps and the bruises, see it all the way through. Don't let things like your age or I don't want to say your experience because that might be a bad thing. But if you're not experiencing something technically, don't be afraid to find mentors who are, learn from them, study like crazy. And don't be afraid to go off the path a little bit if everything that you're doing at that point isn't satisfying you. I think that's the last thing I'll leave with.
That was a great and sage advice. Thank you so much. And I just really appreciate just everything you say, your stance in the world, being a creative, doing multiple things. It's just been really wonderful watching you. And I'm grateful I've gotten to work with you on several videos now, which is awesome. Very grateful. And so I honor you, my king, and I just pray that you continue to go deeper and wider, that your epic dream does come true. I want to see the picture. And that you continue to be creative in the world. And that, again, that advice that you just gave was really sage for everyone, that I believe as long as we're still breathing, there's still an opportunity for us to fulfill our purpose and our dreams, really. So thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you always for everything that you do. It's great always working with you. Just talking to you, just your energy and everything like that. It's a pleasure to be around. It's an honor to be around. And I'm glad that, you and I have this rapport and everything, and then, we work together and everything.
Yeah, thank you. Likewise, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Thank you. And thank you for joining us. And I hope you enjoyed this conversation as much as I did. And if there is a Black man in your life that you want to see highlighted in this forum, please click the link below or in my bio, fill out the nomination form, and we'll take it from there. We are on our way to 100 answers by 100 different Black men. And these men are positive and successful. Success is not what one naturally does for a living, but the content of his character and the impact on his community. Those are the brothers that we want to talk to to bust this narrative that seems to be out there in the world. So in the meantime, stay tuned for yet another amazing King next week. And please remember to spread love and have a great day. Thank you so much. And thank you, Daniel. That was really awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.